Side swipes. We're going to deal with side swipes today. It's a toolbox sort that we're going to do. What can you tell me about side swipes? Chris?
It's a common accident.
Okay, why is that?
Because people don't know how to drive their own trucks.
Right, okay. What about you, Justin? Side swipes?
I think a lot of it can be due with not being able to see correctly on the motorway. Outside of the truck, and when two vehicles come together, sometimes it will sometimes happen.
Okay. So basically what we're saying is large vehicles may have damage along the sides. So that might indicate to you that you've got a driver that's been involved in a side swipe. Doesn't necessarily have to be on the motorway. Could be where he's in a tight spot and he's going negotiating around the tight spot. And you've got the blind spot alongside the near side of the vehicle. He's manoeuvring and he comes into contact with whatever. It could be another vehicle, it could be a building, it could be something that somebody's left there. But it's one of the most common accidents, and it's a very expensive accident as well. Particularly on the motorways where you get a vehicle, an HGV vehicle, which is going from lane 1 to lane 2, or where the vehicle is going from lane 2 to lane 1. Particularly where it's going from lane 2 to lane 1, where a car has come up the inside of it, the driver's not been looking in his mirrors, it's got into his blind spot, which we know is towards the front of the vehicle. He's only had one look in his mirror, he's gone across and he's taken the car out. And in the experiences which I've had with haulage firms where that's happened, ultimately the vehicle is either pushed along the motorway or it is spun into the hard shoulder, quite often resulting in injuries and serious damage to the vehicle. So from an insurance company it can be expensive. So how are we going to stop side swipes? In this firm, how are you going to stop side swipes?
Better training of the drivers, so to keep a better lookout for people in a vulnerable position.
Okay. What I want to do is give you a sheet of paper each, and I want you to draw a rigid vehicle, and I want you to draw around there where you think the blind spots are around the vehicle. Does that sound alright? And the driver sat in the driver's seat, obviously, and from that position, what blind spots has he got around his vehicle? Each of you mark it up. Let's have a look, see what you get. I want to know what view he has got. It's an 18-ton rigid box vehicle. And we want to know what views or what blind spots he's got around the vehicle. Tell me what he's got. What he can't see, what he can see. Okay. So you finish that off? Everybody finished?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. What have you got, Bill? So what you're saying is you've got a blind spot to the rear of the vehicle. So when the driver's sat in the rear of the vehicle, massive blind spot behind us, how far? If I drove my vehicle up behind the rear of that vehicle, then reversed it away, how far would I reverse away before you may see me in either of the mirrors?
An unbelievably long way. Somewhere towards 200 feet.
And you wouldn't be far wrong. What would you say, Justin?
Sorry, blind spots. Rear again. I put the line down there, which means if you're on the motorway, I'm on about the third lane out. You'd see the lane next to you, but you might not be able to see the third lane out for when the cars are coming in. And just about 6-7 foot out from the offside lorry.
Yep. Near side of the lorry.
Near side, sorry.
Yep. Okay. So if we came to if we've got a vehicle in lane 2 and it's going across to lane 1, what you're saying is that there is a blind spot to the front near side of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you agree with that, Chris?
Yeah, I've put a few extras in because it depends on what truck you're in.
Okay.
What mirrors you've got.
Well, when you say it depends on what truck you're in, why is that?
It depends on what mirrors they've got fitted.
Okay, go on, tell me then.
If you've got the one above the door on the passenger side,
Which they will have.
well, yeah, Obviously, you're an older truck, you wouldn't have that, would you?
In an old truck you would, yeah. Yeah, it's the one on the offside, the wide angle mirror on the offside, that is not. Okay, so you're aware that there is a blind spot on the front near side of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Would agree with that. You'd all agree with that, presumably?
Yep.
Yep, okay. So why do wagon drivers, when they're going from lane 2 to lane 1, why are they taking these vehicles out? Why are they having these accidents? Got all these mirrors around the vehicle, so why do you think they're having the accidents?
Perhaps they don't use the mirrors.
Absolutely right. You can fit as many mirrors on a vehicle as you want. If you don't use them, they're no use. Yeah? So what we're after is with wagon drivers is that prior to them carrying out the manoeuvre from, say, lane 2 to lane 1, they've used the mirrors, both sides, several times. They've indicated. In other words, they've got a system to their driving, which is what we're after. So talk us through it, Justin, how you would go from lane 2 to lane 1, using your mirrors, using your indicators.
Well, obviously lane 2, so I'm in the middle lane,
Yeah.
on the motorway, indicate left, check my mirrors, the proximity one, and the wide view mirror, and if the road was clear, then I'd move across into that lane.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you're looking ahead, you're concentrating, you're planning ahead, and you're planning all the way, using your mirrors several times, using your indicators
Yeah.
early. Indicators is information to other drivers, it's telling them what you're going to do. And the cause of these side swipes is that you generally get the driver look in his mirror once, indicate, and go across, and he doesn't know the vehicle's down there. So what you're saying is it's got to be good forward planning.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just look at a few of the items which has got down here in the toolbox talk. Mirrors are an essential aid, but they aren't foolproof. There will be blind spots that stop the driver seeing the whole of his vehicle, which with our exercise we know that. It says here, before turning, position your vehicle so that you will have maximum clearance when making your manoeuvre. When planning to overtake, check empty lane twice in case a vehicle was in the blind spot. Be aware of vehicles moving back after overtaking into the lane you're entering. Okay. Now, what we've done now is we've raised your awareness with regards to blind spots. So hopefully, when you go out in your wagons, we shouldn't be getting any accidents with huge accidents involving blind spots. And that's what we're trying to prevent. It's raising your awareness as to improving your driving skills. Simple as that. Okay, happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Good.